The internet didn't have to wait long. The silence that had hung like a storm cloud over hip-hop finally broke, and when Papoose spoke, it wasn't an interview, it wasn't a tweet, it wasn't a blurry live stream. It was a full-on diss. Track. 3 minutes of venom, bars sharper than blades, and a message that left both Remy Ma and Eazy, the block captain, gasping for air. The track leaked at midnight. And by dawn, it was everywhere. Over a haunting beat, Papoose's voice cut through like a guillotine. You played with a king, now your crown in the dirt. Loyalty ain't just a word, it's blood in the earth. Fans couldn't believe it. Was he dissing Remy? Was he dissing? Eazy. The truth was worse. He was ending them both in one stroke. Clips of the track flooded TikTok and Twitter. Reaction videos blew up overnight. Hashtags like #PapDiss and #Loyalty first took over timelines. One fan tweeted, "Pap said forget." Talking, he came with the nukes. Another wrote, "This ain't just a diss. This is an obituary." And then came the real twist. Bloggers began claiming the diss track wasn't just music. Hidden in the bars were clues, coded references to hotel names, dates, and even lines that matched Eazy's own leaked receipts. Papoose wasn't just rapping, he was dropping proof in rhyme. The moment that blurred hotel photo hit the internet, everything froze. For days, Eazy's confessions and Remy's clapbacks had kept fans divided, with Pap's silence looming over the battlefield like a ticking time bomb. But this photo, this grainy, shadowy image of two figures in what looked like a hotel suite, cracked open the saga in a way nobody was prepared for. Every detail was dissected like a crime scene. The drapes, the furniture, even the angle of Remy's earrings matched up with photos from earlier that night. Suddenly, her entire strictly business defense didn't just look weak, it looked like a flat-out lie. Twitter erupted like a war zone, though this the business she was talking about. One fan wrote, zooming in on the outline of the man beside her. Another posted, Remy was really in a hotel suite with him. Business don't happen at 3 a.m. in silk dresses. Memes spread like wildfire. TikTok edits showed Remy's face alongside neon hotel signs flashing vacancy. Instagram flooded with photoshopped images of Eazy holding a hotel keycard with the caption, "Captain Check-in." And just when the internet thought the drama couldn't escalate any further, an anonymous account posted something even more devastating, an alleged voice note of Remy herself. The muffled clip, supposedly leaked from a close friend, sent shockwaves across every corner of hip-hop gossip. Her voice, though distorted, was chillingly familiar, saying, "Pap, don't get me no more. Eazy makes me feel alive. I know it ain't forever, but it's mine right now." The culture didn't know how to react. If the audio was real, it meant everything Eazy said was true, not exaggerated, not twisted, but raw and unfiltered. Within minutes, hashtags like #FeelAlive and #RemyExposed began trending worldwide. Screenshots of the audio waveforms circulated. On blogs, while battle rap fans debated whether the clip had been generated to destroy Remy's credibility, but to most, the damage was already done. Eazy seized the opportunity like a man who had been waiting his entire career for this moment. He went live again, smirking into the camera, the hotel photo and audio clip looping in the background of Teen. But by that court of fan comments, y'all called me bitter, y'all called me clout chasing. But now you see the truth. She said it herself. Eazy makes me feel alive. Don't get mad at me for being what her husband couldn't be. His words echoed through the chat, each sentence another knife twisting into the wound. But the live stream wasn't just gloating, it was strategic. Eazy began hinting that he had more proof locked away, a vault of messages, videos, and recordings that could burn down everything Remy had built. I was keeping it respectful. I ain't want to go there. But if Pap want to act like I'm lying, if Remy want to keep spinning stories, don't forget, I got more. Way more. And when I drop it, ain't no saving face. The chat exploded. Thousands of viewers begged him to show the receipts immediately. Blogs cut up his every word, turning them into clickbait headlines. Eazy threatens to drop the vault, and Eazy promises nuclear receipts against Remy Ma. Fans debated whether he would actually release them, or if this was just another bluff to keep the spotlight. But no one could deny it. Eazy had the internet in the palm of his hand. Meanwhile, Remy's camp scrambled. She posted another cryptic Instagram story. Receipts without context are just noise. But this time, the line didn't hit the same. Too many people had heard the audio, seen the hotel photo, and begun connecting dots. Even her most loyal fans found themselves struggling to defend her. Context don't change the fact you in. A hotel with him, one commenter wrote. Another shot back. She sound guilty and desperate now. As the chaos unfolded, attention shifted to the one person who had remained silent through it all. Papoose. His name dominated every timeline. Memes painted him as the final boss, the shadowy figure whose move would end the saga once and for all. Fans began demanding answers. Where Pap at? He ain't gone let this slide. When Pap speaks, it's over. Then the whispers started. A gossip blog claimed that Pap had been seen in the studio late at night recording something, with a vengeance in his eyes. Hours later, another anonymous account leaked a 10-second snippet of what sounded like a diss track. The line was brutal. You played with a king, now your crown in the dirt. Both of y'all gone, learn. Loyalty comes first. The internet detonated. Blogs rushed to repost the snippet. Twitter went into meltdown. Hashtags like #Pap response and #loyalty first shot to the top of trending charts. Reaction videos flooded YouTube within hours, fans screaming into their cameras. This ain't just a diss, this is an execution. One viral tweet read, Pap didn't write a verse. He wrote an obituary. It's for the first time since the saga. Began the spotlight shifted off Eazy and Remy and onto Papoose. Everyone knew his pen was legendary, his loyalty to Remy unshakable. If he was finally stepping into the arena, it meant war. But the real question wasn't whether he would rap, it was who his target would be. Would he take down Eazy for disrespecting his marriage? Or would he turn his bars on Remy, confirming the betrayal in the most public way possible? The uncertainty was unbearable. Fans dissected the snippet, trying to decode hidden meanings in every bar. Some swore the crown in the dirt line was aimed at Remy, a shot at her tarnished reputation. Others argued it was for Eazy, mocking his attempt to climb into royalty by dating a queen. Still others believed it was both a double-edged sword, meant to cut them down together. Remy's silence after the snippet spoke volumes. No cryptic posts, no stories, no clapbacks, just silence. For a woman who had been ruthlessly defending herself, it felt like the calm before a storm. Blogs speculated she had heard the full track already and was bracing for the blow. Fans flooded her comments with warnings. Pap about to end it all. Say your goodbyes. If Pap drops that track, your career's done. Meanwhile, Eazy tried to play tough, going live yet again to dismiss the snippet as just bars. But his body language told another story. He looked restless, agitated, sipping from his cup too often, avoiding the camera's gaze. Pap can rap all he want. Bars don't change facts. He can't erase no hotel photos. He can't erase no voice notes. Truth is truth. Yet even his fans noticed the tremble in his voice, the hint of fear in his eyes. The culture held its breath. For the first time, it felt like this wasn't just gossip anymore. This was hip-hop history unfolding in real time. A marriage once hailed as unbreakable now dangled by a thread. A protege turned enemy stood on the edge of ruin, and a silent king prepared to unleash his wrath in the only way he knew how. Through bars, the stage was set. Pap's full diss track was coming, and when it landed, the hip-hop world would never be the same again. The internet had been holding its breath, But when Papoose finally moved, it wasn't with an interview, a press release, or a vague social media post. It was with fire, pure, unfiltered lyrical destruction. At exactly midnight, without warning, a track leaked online. No cover art, no rollout, no promo, just raw bars uploaded to a mysterious SoundCloud account. Within minutes, links were spreading like wildfire across Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram. The title, Loyalty First. The opening beat was dark, haunting, built on heavy drums and a sample of wedding bells distorted into something eerie. Then Pap's voice cut through. Sharp, commanding, filled with venom. The first bar set the tone. You played with a king, now your crown in the dirt. I gave you my loyalty, you treated it like work. Side dudes and screenshots, but none of it lasts. Now I'm here to bury both Eazy and your past. The internet froze. Within 30 seconds of the track, fans realized this wasn't just a diss aimed at one person. Pap was firing at both Eazy and Remy, slicing them down together in one masterstroke. On Twitter, reactions poured in instantly. He's ending them both. One fan screamed. Another wrote, Pap didn't choose sides, he chose violence. The most chilling part wasn't just the bars, it was the detail. Pap wasn't vague. He wasn't speaking in metaphors that could be brushed aside. He referenced the hotel photo directly. Rapping. Hotel keys, blurry pics. I ain't blind. I see through your secrets, every slip, every line. You thought the streets wouldn't talk, but they always do. Now the world knows your truth, and I'm done with you. Remy's name trended. Immediately. Fans couldn't believe Pap had openly acknowledged the rumors, breaking years of silence about his marriage. For the first time, he wasn't defending her. He wasn't dodging the whispers. He was confirming them, but Eazy didn't escape either. Pap's bars turned ruthless as he tore into the battle rapper's reputation. Captain of what? You, a soldier at best, I built empires. You chasing clout for the rest? Begging in texts, your pride on the floor. You said you walked away. Then why you knocking at her door? The chat rooms went wild. Fans started spamming hashtags, like hashtag begging captain and hashtag Pap cooked. Battle rap forums exploded, with fans saying Pap had just ended Eazy's credibility in under 4 minutes. Memes of Eazy photoshopped as a janitor holding a mop labeled side piece energy flooded Instagram. But the line that broke the internet, the one that everyone knew would go down in history, came halfway through the track. Rem. Gave you the world. You gave me disgrace. Eazy gave you thrills. But I gave you a place. I stood by your side when the world turned cold. Now you gamble with loyalty, bet in love for fool's gold. That bar wasn't just rap. It was personal. It was Papoose speaking as a husband, a man who had defended Remy through prison, through rumors, through every storm. And now, he was saying the unthinkable. He'd been betrayed. Within an hour. Loyalty First had millions of plays across platforms. Bloggers called it the most devastating diss in years. Fans said it wasn't just a diss track, it was a funeral. Even casual listeners who didn't follow the drama were captivated, drawn into the chaos of love, betrayal, and bars. Eazy was the first to respond. He went live again, his face tight, his voice strained. That ain't nothing but rap. Pap, a legend. Yeah, but bars don't change facts. He talking about hotel keys? So what? We're the real proof? We're the uncut receipts. But the damage was already done? Fans flooded his comments with clown emojis, spamming Loyalty First until he ended the stream early. Remy's silence, however, was even louder. For hours after the track dropped, she said nothing. No live, no tweet, no post, just silence. And the longer she stayed quiet, the more fans believed the worst. One viral post read, Remy Ma, quiet. That means Pap told the truth. Another said if she had proof Eazy was lying, she'd drop it. Silence equals guilt. By the next morning, the industry itself was in flames. Blogs plastered headlines like "Pap finally breaks, silence, ends marriage, and Eazy in one track." Breakfast. Club hosts replayed the track bar for bar, dissecting every line. Joe Budden went on his podcast and declared, "This ain't no regular diss. This is a man ending two careers at once. Eazy can't come back from this. And Remy, she might never recover." Even other rappers couldn't stay silent. Fat Joe, long considered family to Remy, went on IG Live with a heavy heart. That man said what he said. I can't even defend it. Loyalty first, always. Y'all know how I feel about Pap? He's as real as they come. Nicki Minaj, never missing. A chance to stir the pot tweeted, #loyalty first. Hugh Chili. Fans immediately interpreted it as shade, reigniting old beefs between her and Remy. But it wasn't just fans and rappers reacting. Producers of Love and Rip Hop saw dollar signs. Leaks from insiders claimed they were scrambling to restructure this season, planning to make Pap's diss track the centerpiece of the storyline. This ain't just TV anymore. One producer allegedly said, "This is culture shaking. We gotta capture every second." Meanwhile, fans kept demanding receipts. Was Pap's track proof that his marriage was truly over? Or was it just a lyrical warning? A way to humble both Eazy and Remy without actually ending things? The uncertainty only fueled the fire. And then came the next twist. A gossip page dropped a bombshell post. Screenshots of an alleged private email exchange between Remy and a close friend. In the messages, supposedly dated weeks earlier, Remy confessed, "I don't know how to fix this. Pap, don't look at me the same. Eazy was a mistake, but I can't undo it. It's eating me alive." The internet combusted again. If the emails were real, it meant Pap wasn't just rapping, he was responding to confessions Remy had already made privately. Fans flooded the comments. So it's true then. She admitted it. This marriage done for real. But some pushed back, calling the emails fake, doctored to fuel gossip. Remy's silence did nothing to help her case. Every hour she stayed quiet. The narrative slipped further out of her control. By the end of the day, #loyalty first was still trending worldwide. Eazy's name was buried under jokes and memes. Remy's reputation was hanging by a thread. And Papoose. For the first time in the entire saga, he wasn't just a background figure. He was the center of the storm, the man whose voice had turned whispers into war. Yet, even as fans declared at the end of Eazy and Remy, whispers began to spread. Pap wasn't finished. Insiders claimed the diss track was only the beginning, that he had an entire tape of unreleased tracks aimed at telling the full story. If y'all think one song was bad, one source teased, wait till you hear the rest. Pap, about to turn pain into an album. The thought alone sent fans into hysteria. Would Papoose really drop a full project airing out the betrayal? Would Remy finally be forced to respond? Or would Eazy, desperate to save face, drop his own diss track in retaliation? The war had escalated from whispers and receipts to something far more dangerous. A lyrical battlefield with love, loyalty, and legacy on the line. And nobody, not Eazy, not Remy, not even Pap, could predict how far it would go. The night after Papoose dropped Loyalty First, the hip-hop world was still in flames. Blogs dissected every bar. Fans replayed the track endlessly, and memes buried Eazy, the block captain, under humiliation. But if anyone thought Eazy was going to fade quietly, they didn't know the man's pride. He wasn't going down without swinging. Within 48 hours, whispers began spreading that Eazy had booked studio time. Word on the street was clear. He was recording his own diss track, not just at Remy, but directly at Pap. Fans called it suicidal. One blogger wrote, "Going after Pap is like running into a burning house. You ain't coming back out." But Eazy was undeterred. Late one Friday night, he went live again, this time sitting in a dimly lit studio. smoke curling in the background. "Y'all keep talking like I'm finished," he said, his eyes burning. "I told y'all before. I got receipts. And now I got bars. You want to come at me in music, Pap? Then we gone do music. Let's go bar for bar." He smirked and previewed a snippet. The beat was aggressive, modern, all 808s and menacing snares. Then came the line that immediately went viral. "You loyal? Please, don't play that part. Your queen slipped out. I was breaking her heart." Ayo. Held her down when she was locked in a cell, but when she wanted a thrill, she came to Eazy as well. The live chat went nuclear. Fans spammed "Nuwu," and he wild while others screamed he dead. Eazy had just crossed a line many thought untouchable, openly taunting Pap for allegedly failing his wife. Clips of the snippet spread instantly, and by morning, hashtags like #EAZY claps back and #deadmanrapping were trending. But the snippet wasn't the full track that came days later. Eazy dropped the song on YouTube without warning, titled "Respect Yourself." It was a direct counter to Pap's "Loyalty First." The lyrics were venomous, filled with accusations that Pap was washed, stuck in the past, and clinging to Remy's fame. He accused Remy of staying with Pap for image while sneaking around for passion. One brutal bar said, "Pap, you a myth, living off wifey's shine. I was the spark she needed. You just a headline. Y'all, marriage a brand, but the love long gone. That's why she hit my phone every night when you gone." The internet split immediately. Some fans called the track bold, a defiant stand from a man who refused to be bullied into silence. Others said it was career suicide, accusing Eazy of disrespecting a hip-hop legend and pouring gasoline on a fire he couldn't contain. Memes of Pap as Thanos snapping Eazy out of existence filled timelines. But the most explosive fallout wasn't fan reactions, it was industry whispers. Insiders claimed Pap had more tracks loaded, an entire EP of responses ready to go. "That diss y'all heard. That was just the intro," one source teased. Pap got a whole project recorded. "Eazy, keep poking, it's over." The rumor of a full diss tape sent fans into hysteria. Twitter threads speculated about titles, features, and whether Pap would rope in other legends to bury Eazy. Remy, meanwhile, was being suffocated by the storm. Blogs painted her as the center of the mess, the queen whose choices had sparked a war that was tearing hip-hop apart. Her silence became deafening. Every day she stayed quiet, new receipts appeared, more blurry photos, alleged voice notes, even a supposed Uber receipt showing her traveling to a hotel the night of a battle event. Whether true or fake, fans ate it up. Finally, after a week of silence, Remy cracked. She posted a cryptic Instagram live, sitting in her car with her hoodie up. Her voice was low, almost tired. "Y'all want me to talk so bad? Y'all want me to clear the air. But the truth is, some things can't be fixed. Some things, once broken, stay broken." She ended the live after 2 minutes, but that was enough. Fans immediately declared it a confession. Blogs ran headlines like, "Remy admits the marriage is over. Eazy capitalized instantly." He jumped back online, smirking as he quoted her. "Words, once broken, stay broken. That's facts. Y'all keep calling me the villain, but even she admitted it. They ain't on me no more." His arrogance only fueled more hate, but also kept his supporters fired up. And then, just when it seemed the chaos couldn't get worse, another leak surfaced. A major gossip page posted what they claimed was a tracklist screenshot from Pap's computer, showing a folder titled The Loyalty Tape. The songs had names like Crown in the Dirt, Hotel Blues, and Pawn Captains. Fans lost their minds. He got a whole tape loaded. One tweet read, racking up 500,000 likes. The possibility of a full-blown diss project shook the culture. If true, Pap wasn't just defending himself, he was turning Betrayal into art, an album that would cement him as a legend and end Eazy's career in one stroke. Rumors swirled that he'd already recorded features with heavyweights like Jadakiss. and Styles P lining up an army to bury the block captain. Eazy's camp scrambled. Sources claimed he was rushing to finish a mixtape of his own, trying to beat Pap to the punch. But industry insiders laughed it off. One producer told a blog, "Eazy, don't got the pull for that." Pap dropping an album is like bringing a tank to a knife fight. Fans were now obsessed with one question. Would Remy appear on Pap's tape? Would he diss her directly on record? Or would he cut her out entirely, letting the absence of her voice say everything? The speculation was endless. Meanwhile, Remy's own allies began backing away. Fat Joe went quiet. Cardi stopped posting shade. Even her longtime collaborators stayed silent, unwilling to pick a side in a war that felt radioactive. The isolation only deepened the sense that Remy was cornered, her empire crumbling as the two men she was tied to used her name as a battlefield by the week's end. The entire culture was on edge. Every blog, every fan page, every podcast was refreshing feeds, waiting for the next nuke to drop. Would Pap unleash the loyalty tape? Would Eazy drop his mixtape first? Would Remy finally release her own vault of receipts to save her image? The cliffhanger grew unbearable when another anonymous account, it's the same one that had first leaked the hotel photo, dropped a chilling post. It was a blurred video, only a few seconds long, showing what looked like Pap and Remy in a heated argument backstage. The caption read, "This was the night it all ended. Full video coming soon." The internet erupted. If that footage was real, it could confirm everything. The collapse of hip-hop's most respected marriage, the betrayal, the rage, the heartbreak. Fans begged for the full video, spamming timelines with theories. Some swore it would expose Remy once and for all. Others believed it might show Pap losing control. And just like that, the saga reached its darkest point. Careers were on the line. A marriage was in ruins. Diss tracks had turned gossip into a lyrical war. And with a full tape rumored, a mixtape teased, and a video leak looming. The culture knew one thing for certain. The next move would not just shift the narrative to it ended. And there it is, the saga that has taken hip-hop hostage. From Eazy's bitter live streams to Remy's cold clapbacks, from Pap's chilling silence to whispers of an entire loyalty tape locked and loaded. This isn't just gossip anymore. This is a war, and the stakes are higher than ever. It's careers, marriages, and reputations are dangling by a thread. And now, a blurred video threatens to rip everything wide open. But here's the real question. Where do you stand in this war? Are you riding with Eazy, believing he's the only one bold enough to expose the truth? Are you defending Remy, saying she's protecting her name from a man desperate for clout? Or are you waiting on Pap, the final boss, knowing that when he finally makes his move, it could end both their careers in a single verse? Drop your loyalty in the comments right now. Hashtag Team EAZY, hashtag Team Remy, or hashtag Team Pap. Let's see who's really running the culture. And don't just watch this drama unfold from the sidelines. Smash that like button if you think the full backstage video leak is going to flip the story upside down. Share this with every hip-hop head you know, because the second that footage drops, the internet won't just be buzzing, it'll be burning. And make sure you hit subscribe with notifications on, because trust me, when the next bombshell lands, you'll want to be the first to see it right here. The war isn't over, it's only just beginning.